What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales-related video. I was going to say Tales of the Rays, because we will be talking about Tales of the Rays, but it's actually going to be a lot of different stuff. So, the Winter Tales live stream happened this morning, and there was a bit of new information on different things. Nothing too crazy. If you're here to see whether they announced anything brand new, there is nothing brand new. I know a lot of people want more remasters and more stuff after Symphonia Remastered, but we're not going to get three ports slash remasters per year. So I think it's pretty much going to be all of 2023 is just Symphonia Remastered, and then maybe like towards the tail end of 2023, maybe they announce another one for 2024. But it's not going to be like every 6 months they're popping out these ports and remasters. Like, I just don't think that's going to happen. So, let's just start going over everything. I just took screenshots of the important stuff, so I would have it here for the stream. So, first things first, Tales of Destiny 2 20th Anniversary banner for Tales of Asteria. We've got these four right here who are getting new units, which is actually, pretty cool because Natalie and Loney, I don't think, have any actual 6 stars in Asteria. Kyle and Riala get some sometimes. I'd say Kyle probably more than Riala, but these two on the side definitely for sure. It is nice to see them finally getting some stuff. So that was pretty much it on the Asteria front. Now for the Crestoria manga, we already knew that they were going to be talking about it relatively soon since we know that there was a January release date for it. They showed some screenshots from the Crestoria manga itself. I'm not really sure how I'm going to handle doing content with this because, obviously, because of copyright reasons, it's not like I can just open the manga, on here and just, read it along with you guys. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a review thing where I read each chapter and then just review each one. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so the first volume is going to be released on January 17th. Now, we have no confirmation of an official, Western release yet. I assume it's going to happen because even when Crestoria was shutting down, both the English and Japanese Twitters made the tweet that, they were finding a way to preserve the story of Crestoria in a different medium. So that they wouldn't post that on the English Twitter if they didn't have plans to bring it over. But I'm guessing it just might be a little bit longer for that. But of course, I will keep everyone updated with this. For those who don't know, maybe you played Crestoria for a little bit and then fell off of it. This manga is going to tell the story of Crestoria, but without the crossover aspect. So, Kanata's mentor is not going to be Cress in this version of the story. They're not going to, Aegis isn't going to be working alongside Leon as a knight before everything hits the fan. All those. If Kanata has a mentor, it'll be some new original character. Same thing with Aegis. His partner will be an original character and all that stuff. I kind of wish they would have just kept the crossover aspect. Retold what we've already learned. And then move forward from there. Where the story was going to go. Because, it's forever going to be the question. Unless someday Bandai decides to tell us themselves what they were going to do with the transgressor Yuri Lowell. I'm sure me and tons of others want to, even if we don't get the finished story, just tell us where you were going with that. What was the story there? Was that actually the same Yuri we saw in events earlier before? When we first ran into Yuri, I believe it was during it was a White Day event or something with Jade and Yuri. And so is that the same Yuri? We're never gonna know. But yeah, so long story short, January 17th is when the official first volume is coming out in Japan. So very, very cool. Tales of the Rays, they decided to finally show us the Christmas outfits that we are getting for the Christmas event at the end of this month. So we have all the good stuff right here. I really love all 4 of these outfits right here. Like I said, it'll be at the end of the month, so November 30th should be when this banner drops. Which is funny that we get the Christmas banner starting before it's even December, but it is what it is. I'm probably going to summon for Alicia. I would really... I believe this outfit is already used in Asteria, but I really like this outfit. Plus the art, she's in front of a Christmas tree with the Normans. It's really, really cute. I really like Zavid's as well. You know, Zavid is essentially the reindeer, whereas Edna is, you know, the one actually delivering the presents. I really like these two as well. Really, really good. I especially I love Kunzeit's probably the most because it's going to be his first seasonal, and it's the first time we're actually going to see him in game. You know, not in the like the armor. So very, very cool there. Now here's the big one. The new name of Tales of the Rays is going to be Tales of the Rays Recollection, and presumably this is going to be the permanent title until the game shuts down one day. Now, don't, you know, I have to reiterate this every time. This doesn't mean the game is shutting down. I'm just saying that because the main story is concluded, there's no reason for them to change the name again. Like, we are still going to get stories, stuff still is going to happen. We are going to be getting 3 epilogue chapters, presumably leading up to the anniversary. So we're probably going to get one this month, we'll get one in December, and then one in January, and then the anniversary will be at the end of February. They didn't specifically say that it was going to be one epilogue chapter per month, but that's just how I'm kind of seeing things. And then if they have like a new development of what they're going to do, you know, maybe that will come after. But, so that's very, very cool. They're going to be implementing different kinds of boss battles and stuff like that moving forward as like a form of permanent content. But yeah, I don't know when this update is going to go live. It might be after the epilogue is already done. So maybe around the 6th anniversary will be when the app name will change. I don't know if we're going to get a new opening or what it's going to look like. But the new name of the game will be Tales of the Rays Recollection whenever that update comes. They also are showing some more stages we're going to be able to fight on. As though, you know, if you've played the game for any length of time, you'll know that certain boss fights for certain like events and stuff like that have different stages. So I could definitely see this Destiny one being used for the upcoming Spirit Gear event that's about a week away. I could definitely see. I haven't played Destiny myself, but I've seen. You know, you could even see this kind of area in. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Mictran, is that his name? The like the essential final boss of Tales of Destiny 1. And then of course the Xillia one, this is where Saray fights Heldolf at the end of the game. Okay, now there's going to be a new form of content where you are seemingly just going to be controlling one character. But what's cool, and it looks like you'll just like fight enemy after enemy after enemy, but unless you're just like doing damage and you see how high you can go. But what they're adding to this new gameplay by itself, that's not going to be in the other gameplay as of now, but they might add it eventually. Who knows? They might change their mind. We are getting a round step. If you don't know what a round step is, it's something that's in Tales of Graces, where you're able to kind of like sidestep around the enemy. So they're going to be adding that into this thing. And it's going to kind of work the same way that your kind of backstep works, your kind of counter backstep or auto backstep, where right when the enemy hits you, if you backstep, you essentially do kind of like a perfect block as you're like jumping backwards. It's going to be a similar thing here where you'll dodge to the side as you get hit, and then you'll do the around step. So very, very cool that they're adding new functions to the game. I mean, they could make it work in normal gameplay, like where you're just going through events, but I feel like normal events, battles are so slow that I don't know if it really matters too much. But I guess we'll see what they decide to do. And then they were showing off this little pamphlet comes inside of the Tales of the Rays soundtrack, which does go on sale on November 23rd, obviously only in Japan. So if you want the soundtrack, you'd have to import it online somewhere. But it's cool. They have all the different anniversary screens. And then, of course, the Tales 25th anniversary screen, you know, that has all the characters on it, all the MCs, which is really, really cool. And other than that, that's pretty much it. They had a little segment about Symphonia Remaster, but it's essentially the same game. Like, there really isn't anything new about it. So there wasn't really much to go over. You know, they had Lloyd and Zelos' voice actors, the ones kind of leading this stream. And, you know, they got to talk a little bit about it. They showed a little bit of gameplay of Symphonia Remaster. But all in all, you know, Symphonia Remaster is pretty much what you expect it's going to be. It's more or less just an HD port of the HD port. So there's nothing too crazy with it. It's just a nicer way to have this game on newer consoles, which I will gladly take. I didn't need it to be anything like crazy. And I'm not expecting it's going to happen. I still would have liked if they would like fully voice the skits, but considering they haven't announced that yet, I feel like that would be a big selling point for the Western audience. I'm assuming the skits are still going to be unvoiced, unfortunately. I think if we really are wanting a true like remastered experience for Symphonia, it's going to be whenever they actually one day remake the game, which, you know, I have a lot of conditions, I guess you could say, with what I would want when it comes to a remake. You know, for the most part, I want it to stay mostly the same in terms of its story and characters and all that. But not gonna get into that here. So that's pretty much it for the Winter Tales live stream. They did, of course, also talk about I don't have screenshots here for this, but they talked about the Tales of Festival that was going to be happening. Obviously, we know it's happening in June. And they were also saying that they are letting the fans decide what the logo is going to be for the Tales of Festival 15th anniversary. So they had a bunch of logos that they have up that fans are going to be able to vote on which one actually gets used. Thankfully, they are deciding to keep Cress on the logo for Tales of Festival, which is very, very good because there was a lot of backlash when Tomizawa said something like months ago. I think it was around the time of Arise's release where, you know, he was saying something along the lines of like Cress isn't as iconic as he used to be because he's like the oldest character, but there was obviously a lot of backlash to saying something like that. So I guess he took it back, and, you know, Cress should always be on the logo, really. He's the first protagonist. It should never be anyone or anything else. So I think it's good that he's still going to be on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Tales news. So let's move over to Raise real quick. I'm gonna use this video as well to go over the new event, and we can also quickly talk about how my summons went. I did one multi. I have a rule that for ending Mirror Jar banners, I will at least do one multi. Doesn't matter what the character is. Just because you never know when you're going to get lucky and get an ending Mirror Jar, and I did. I was able to get Ludger's. I did one multi, and I got Ludger. I actually got 2 Mirror Jars in my multi. I got Ludger's ending Mirror Jar, and then I got a dupe that I can't use for Ludger's seasonal. So the dupe was unfortunate, but the interesting thing is Ludger's ending Mirror Jar, and I've mentioned this before, is both an ending Mirror Jar for Ludger, as well as a form change Mirror Jar. So that's pretty cool. So that means I have Ludger's form change, you know, his full armor chromatis, and then I also have it to use on him. The only downside I kind of have, like the whole thing with ending Mirror Jarts, is you're essentially getting the different Mirror Jar cut-in. You know, all the characters up to this point get a different cut-in for their ending Mirror Jar, but with Ludger, you only can use it on his here, I'll just show it real quick. You can only use it on his form change, which makes sense because he's actually wearing the armor, but it's unfortunate you don't get another cut-in for normal Ludger. So let's go and look at him real quick. As you can see, I now have even more Mirror Jar. Oh wait, no, could use that dupe for his seasonal. That's only my first dupe for his seasonal that I pulled. Okay. Oh, yeah. So we're going over here real quick just to show you that it is not here. Obviously, this cut-in I have equipped right now is for his overray. It was like one of those special ones where they actually gave him a special cut-in. And then that's pretty much it. It's not here. And then if we go and look at his actual form change... Wait, actually, it'd probably be easier just to click it from here. Open it up real quick. Yep, and you can see it right here. It's just his normal cut-in right there. It is just the full armor one. So, unfortunate that we don't get a special cut-in for normal Ludger like all the other characters have, but I am happy to have pulled it, because now that... So now I have what? So I have Ix's Ending Mirage Art, I have Luke's, I remember I pulled Luke's, and then I've got, obviously, Kirito and Asuna, but they're collab characters, and then... I think that's it for Ending Mirage Arts of characters I have. I can't really think of anyone else I pulled, because obviously I wanted Lloyd and Yuri's, but I wasn't able to pull theirs, so I'll have to wait for those to come back. So that's pretty much it with that. So now let's just go over to the event real quick. There is not much to do in terms of the event. I mean, it's obviously your normal event to farm, you know. You get Beasley, which is cool. Unfortunately, the biggest gripe I have with these kinds of events is, or not even these kind, just when they do that, it's very rare they do this, but the tickets for this event were just general tickets. So it's for the banner of Beasley, Ludger, Gaius, and Dohalim, which makes it much harder to get stuff for Beasley. So what I ended up doing is I used these 10 tickets. I only got 1 4-star for Beasley. I didn't get any 3 stars. Everything else was for a different character. But I still wanted to use Beasley for the event. So I just went to the Prism shop and I bought all the copies, because I'm never going to summon for Beasley again until he comes back on a banner with another Mirage Art. So I ended up exchanging for all his weapon dupes, because I felt like it didn't really matter. Plus, I'm just sitting on Prisms right now anyway. I've already kind of done everything I need with the free characters in there, the Prism Shop characters, besides buying dupes. So, yeah. So, you've got, obviously, your Nexus Crystals, if you don't have those for the characters. You've got your free 4-star for Chromatus Ludger form change. You've got your 10 tickets, and then everything else that'll be up here. So, we've got, you know, Beasley's weapons, which I still need to exchange for. All the usual exchange stuff down here. I guess the free 4 stars for these characters if you don't have them already. And then, of course, Beasley's crystals, gifts, and all the usual stuff. And then we'll just take a quick look at the banner, and that'll be it. I'm not going to run the stage because there's no, like, challenge stage or anything. It's just, you know, you have your normal 40 AP stage, your normal 80 AP stage that has, you know, a bunch of enemies. And you also have the exclusive quick stage, you know, that's pretty much like a single fight, but you just have to use these 4K. So you have to use Ludger. Either one, you can use normal Ludger or form change Ludger. And then you got to use Beasley, Gaius, and Dohalim, which is the one I'm farming because it's much quicker. But yeah, so no surprise 5-star on here. I was expecting maybe Julius would like get like a random 5-star, because they've been trying to do that lately where they throw an extra character on here. But thankfully that is not the case. So, and it's also good that, you know, Ludger's Ending Mirage Art and his form change Mirage Art aren't separate things, because then you'd have to worry about a whole lot of extra stuff, I feel like. I mean, it's still a lot in here. It's still like you've got Ludger with 4 Mirage Arts. So you've got his new one, you've got his Overray, his seasonal, and his normal. You've got Gaius and Dohalim, which that means 3 for Dohalim, 3 for Gaius, and then, of course, Beasley as well. So you've got a number on there, and then all the 5 stars and all that good stuff. So, other than that, that's pretty much it. This banner and event goes until the 21st. So, I said a week away, but it's like 9 days away. So, and on the from the 21st to the 30th will be the Spirit Gear event for event for Tales of Destiny / Tales of Destiny 2. So we'll have that to look forward to. So that's going to be it, guys. A lot of information and a lot of stuff coming for Tales. Very excited to see what we get, you know, coming in the next year. And that's pretty much it. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.